Hello, my name is Mauricio from Bijari Collective from São Paulo City, Brazil. We have been now working for 20 years in projects in the intersection of art, architecture, and the city. We believe in an expanded concept of art and culture in which other issues such as the social, the economic, the political, and the environmental can also inform the production of art and culture. We are interested in projects that can friction the institutional and the independent, the periphery and the center, the illegal and the official, in order to configure new poetical and political territories. So we really believe that culture have this power to establish a bridge between separate spheres of our society, and we believe very much that culture can create new models and new pedagogies and new forms of communication within our territory. Unplanned urban growth in Latin American cities has much to do with a very recent and intense urbanization of our cities. Basically, in the last 50 years, on the one side, we had the process of industrialization of our centers. On the other side, small farmers and people living on the countryside were expelled to the concentration of land on big agribusiness companies. Currently, we have 85% of our entire population living in big urban centers like São Paulo, Rio, and Buenos Aires, which is a very high rate. So this growth in urban population couldn't be followed by an equal generation of jobs and opportunities. So this crisis of urban development had a severe social impact. The gap between the ones who have and the ones who have not generates a sense of insecurity, of violence, and this inequality that could be seen in our metropolises is always threatening the democratic dimension of our cities. Public services are also greatly affected by big urban sprawls in Latin American cities. I'll say maybe the transportation is one of the key issues. Our bus and metro lines are all saturated and cover up a small amount of our territories. We have to rely much on individual means of transportation, of say the car, and this creates great traffic jams. We spend most of our time commuting between one place and the other, between center and periphery. Due to this lack of infrastructure in transportation. Basic sanitation is also another key factor on our big urban sprawls. Probably less than 50% of our population are provided with the basic needs of public sanitation. So this has an environmental effect. Our rivers run as open sewages. We have improper urban occupation of environmental interest areas, and we have our soil deeply impermeabilized, which causes floods during rainy seasons, and floods brings about diseases. So this acts more or less like a vice circle, which we have to face as something very urgent. The very importance and urgency of a project like Latin American Inclusive Cities is to promote a cultural thinking and a cultural practice which is deeply intertwined with the issues on Latin American cities. And I can say from our Brazilian context, of a context of economic and political crisis, when culture and cultural policies are being dismantled, and instrumentalize it as a marketing tool, as to promote big events, and the main established discourse, in contrast to promote critical and creative thinking, uh, which deals directly with with what's happening around us, and which is not alienated from our everyday livings. Culture itself and alone will not overcome all the issues on Latin American urban centers, but it has the power to create, and it should create, this autonomous territory in which critics, which thought, invention, disobedience, poetics, ingenuity can point to new dynamics, to new models and strategies to bridge our social and environmental needs to economic and political contexts.